Virgo, Virgo, hello. This is going to be your new love, next in love, no contact reading. So you could have just met somebody, you could have met them a long time ago and you could be in that period of no contact, or you haven't met them yet and you can expect, if this is your twin flame, that there will be a period of separation or no contact, where you both trigger each other's ego and then you have to go do the healing work and all of that before you bring those shadows into the connection, right? Before you bring the unhealed shadows into the connection, because our shadows stick with us, right? We can transmute them, but they're still there. We just shift them around. You could be dealing with a Cancer. We've got a woodpecker out here. That is a Native American zodiac for Cancer. Also the Lovers popped out, so you could be dealing with a Gemini, or Lovers could have a Cancer placement, could have a Gemini placement. Those are the zodiac signs that I'm getting initially, okay? So let's see. What's going on with the Divine Masculine? So I'm reading for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, and then we'll have confirmation of how these two tie together. But this is what's going on in your person's energy, whether you've met them or not. Masculines, Page of Pentacles. Okay, slow and steady wins the race. At least it lasts the marathon, right? The Page of Pentacles is somebody who is, they're a trustworthy page. This is, if you have to give dire information, important information, one king to a queen or a king to another, if there's a battle, some sort of, and there's always, love is a battlefield, right? It's like this is the page that you know will get that message to the person. It may take them a little longer, but they're not, this person is, maybe they're kind of sleuthy or sly. It could be a little bit of a Page of Swords energy. You could be dealing with an air sign, but we'll see. But, and this could be you, Virgo, if you're the masculine. But this is somebody who brings in a solid offer, a commitment. This, like, my word is my bond, okay? That's what I'm getting. That's a lot of pretty heavy energy from a page, but that's what I'm getting from that. And then the Wheel of Fortune, more earth energy, but this is divine timing. So the feminine could be just waiting on divine timing. Like, maybe there is two ways this could go, right? This could be the challenge for the feminine, like waiting on divine timing, because the Page of Pentacles moves quite slowly. Or the feminine could just be trusting in their intuition, trusting in the universe. They feel this person coming, they know they're coming back, or they know they're coming in, and so they're not worried, they're just hanging out, right? They're just sort of playing. There's a playful energy here. But see how they're like, oh my goodness. It's like those, when something is staged, or, if you, maybe you sort of, it's like when you see your Christmas presents, or you know what you're getting for Christmas, but you still have to act surprised kind of thing. Oh my gosh, it's like the fakest, like, shock thing. I don't feel like this is going to be a surprise for this feminine when this masculine does come in. Nine of Pentacles. So this is Virgo energy here. All right, this is pre-Empress energy. This is somebody who is in their independent energy. They're just hanging out. They've done a lot of work. So now they're just resting. They're waiting, trusting. And see how they've got this falcon here? And I think it's a falcon. It has like a red hood over its head, but with the woodpecker here, that could also be like, maybe woodpeckers are a sign for you. Woody woodpecker, maybe something with W. And then we've got the Seven of Cups. So there's somebody's getting a lot of offers. Could be a Pisces involved. We've got this fish here. But see, this fish kind of looks like a shark, and there's a bunch of there's a bunch of, there could be a feminine Pisces involved that is, it feels manipulative, or their eyes are closed, they're not really, now that could be, again, trusting in your intuition, to trust in that divine timing. You don't need to look, you don't need to see it, because you see it here, you feel it in your water energy, in your heart, your soul. I was getting a bit of deceptive energy, so we'll look more into that, but there could be a feminine that is like a false priestess. And this feminine could be looking to this Pisces. Or maybe that's a past person. Because they're looking towards the Seven of Cups, but it's like they were invested in something. They were sketching something out, but the moon, Pisces, the high priestess, that's a mysterious person. That's somebody that, with the moon associated with that, there's not a lot of clarity with this individual. And it's like they sort of went, oh, like mid connection. They didn't finish the painting. So this is like, obviously it's not going to be finished because this was not the proper connection. So they could have dealt with like a false priestess, false hangman, a false twin, right? Maybe somebody they thought was their person, but it wasn't. It was just a test to see, right? It was a test to see if they would, because see, it's like this canvas, this person behind it is the easel. It's like they're holding up a front. They're holding up a false person. So this could be somebody who isn't a Pisces necessarily, but they were acting like a Pisces, but they were actually a shadow. They were a false person. They were wearing this mask. They were fake in the front. They had a front on them. And there's Five of Cups here with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups are, two of them are tipped over. So that means to me, like, this person thought, this feminine thought that this person was their Two of Cups, but those are spilt over. And they're kind of like, oh, it's like in what, Scooby-Doo, like, yoinks? And I get that kind of like cartoon character when they realize, like, uh-oh, I done fucked up. They lit the 808 on the clock there, so you could be an August Virgo, or dealing with a Leo. 808 is the Lion's Gate. They also, isn't 808 a band, a musical group that sings something? Are they the one that sings, I'm high like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. Is that 808? 808 feels more vintage than that. Like it's a throwback. 808. Maybe I'm thinking of like 808. 808. Is that a highway or a freeway or a street? A main street in Miami? Beachfront Avenue. Okay, so yeah, maybe something with like vintage throwback hip hop or something, but yeah, I'll look that up and see. Paper planes. I want to know if it's 808 or 808 or something like that. Beachfront Avenue. So I'll look into that. That might be what I title it, so, you'll know if that's what I do. Then we have the World. So, more fixed energy, more earth energy. A lot of earth energy over here in the masculine. This could be how they see their feminine, or you could be the masculine Virgo. or you could be dealing with a fellow earth sign, right? That would offer you a lot of security and stability, and you wouldn't be surprised by what's going on. Like if you're dealing with a fish or someone in the moon energy, especially if they're wearing a false front, see, it's like this shadow. This person activated this feminine shadow because the shadow is like, yeah, buddy, I'm looking at this. But then it's like the light of the moon, the one that is illuminated by the sun, all right? You could have a Leo placement, or dealing with a Leo. That would be with the earth over here. You could be dealing with a fixed sign as well. But it's like when the sun shone on this individual, when they finally got some sort of divine intuition, divine knowledge, they realized like, yoinks, I was dealing with somebody that was false. The world could be a distance between you and this person, physical or emotional. Again, the world is traveling. It's getting a new perspective on things as well. So if you were dealing with like a false, someone in a Pisces or someone in a false Pisces, you know, sort of fakery dakery dog. The mouse went up the clock. The mouse took 12 and went down to hickory dickory dog. That's like fuckboy dick pics. This, and with the world, it could be like the World Wide Web. Maybe you met somebody, or you're going to meet this divine masculine, or the divine masculine. If you are that, you're going to meet your divine feminine online. But if you deal with somebody, you often inherit their tool bag, for better or for worse, right? Every connection we're in, we inherit energy, we inherit, you know, our shadows are triggered. And so if you dealt with someone who was in like a false hanged man, the hanged man is somebody who does things through intuition because they're Pisces, right? The hanged man is Pisces. So it's somebody who does things through intuition. They know what's good for them. They know what they're doing is right. Even if they don't know why, they just know that it is. And so they just do their own thing. They take their own time. They sort of on their own page, in their own book, whatever. They're sort of their own entity. If you've ever dealt with a Pisces, you know, they're sort of in their own world. And so this feminine could have like kind of shifted into being in the hanged man, but it's like it was an opportunity. 7 of Cups is an opportunity. So it was an opportunity for them to utilize this false tool of someone who was manipulative, someone who was misusing the power, the divine power of being in the hanged man energy and what that actually does for us as individuals. It's like they were using it to manipulate somebody else. I feel like this feminine and this masculine they take a new perspective. They have like a wide scope of things. This is somebody who's very observant. And so I feel like the two, for whatever reason, are kind of meeting because they've had to zoom out. Because they dealt with people who gave them like, this shadow has tunnel vision. They're like a little kid in front of the TV. They're right here looking at this thing. And so they were too close to it. So both of you, masculine and feminine, you were in connection situations that forced you in like a tower moment. Shit went down, things got knocked over. It could have been just emotionally destructive, energetically destructive, spiritually destructive. This is somebody who triggered your spirit. Could have been physical abuse involved, but that's not for everybody, hopefully. But it forced you to zoom out. It forced you to kind of have to leave. Maybe this masculine moved away from a past connection. Yeah, that world brings a lot of different things. So, we'll clarify, but that's what I'm getting. So we have the 6 of Wands. Yeah, the 6 of Wands is Like I was so close to this other person, this false person, that I couldn't even see myself. And so it's like when you actually get a better perspective, a better vantage point, you see, this feminine sees themselves truly. And this is Leo energy as well. This is somebody who has self-respect. This is someone who has self-awareness, self-assurance and confidence, self-recognition. All right, so how about the Page of Pentacles? Eight of Swords. Ooh. Yeah, there's some anxiety involved. Maybe this Seven of Cups, this feminine, could have a lot of options of suitors. And so this masculine with this Page of Pentacles could be like, I want to come in right, but I'm worried I might be taking too long. Because there's anxiety associated with this Page of Pentacles. Like, I don't want to miss my opportunity. There's no such thing as a missed opportunity. If this is your person and you come in correct, it will work out. Ten of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. That's an ending. Ten of Wands is working for others. Being so close to others and analyzing others and asking why of others. Virgos are the why kids of the zodiac. Like, they need to know why. They need things to be figured out. They're analytical and they will get to the bottom of things, right? Cancer is also like that. So you could have a Cancer placement, or maybe you have like a Leo moon or something, because there's something about illuminating the moon, illuminating the lack of clarity, getting to the bottom of things so that you can release them because they don't serve you. And that's the thing, is if you're dealing with someone who's false, someone who doesn't know themselves, you may just be stuck in confusion forever, for all eternity. It's a cycle. The cycle just needs to be ended, because especially with like narcissists, shadow people, it's like they need to stay in the shadows. They don't want to be illuminated, and it's not your job to illuminate them. It's not your responsibility. All you can do is illuminate the shadows within you that attracted that type of personality. Because it's like, you'll never know why. Sometimes it's just in their nature to just be destructive, to just be manipulative, to be takers, to be liars, cheaters, thieves. It's like mosquitoes and ticks and stuff. They don't do it with like a vendetta. It's just survival for them because of whatever fractures or chemical makeup they have. Like, it's a disorder for them. But it was something that's sort of, I don't want to say innate, right? Because narcissists are not born, they're made. So this person was made, but they were made so long ago, it's not, and they don't have a reason to change, because whatever they're doing is working for them. Thank you. I got a little Leo tippy tapping around. Yeah, King of Pentacles with this Nine of Pentacles. There's so much earth energy over here. It's very solid. So if this is how the masculine is viewing the feminine, as being like this Nine of Pentacles, pre-Empress, a lot of offers, this self-recognition with the World Wide Web, the world possibly, and Wands could be internet. They could be seeing, and Ten of Wands is not working for others. So maybe this feminine became an entrepreneur. Maybe they're on Charlie, will you lay down, please? Lay down. Thank you, my love. It's like they're insane. They get up, they circle, and lay down in the exact same spot, and I don't know what they were expecting. They're dogs, though, you know. Again, I'll never know why. It's just in their nature to be weird as fuck. The Six of Swords is like the rescue. Six of Swords is a new way, somebody introducing a new way of thinking. With that Eight of Swords, that's a decision. Two of Swords between, gosh, I don't know if that's driving y'all crazy, but it's like, It's like this, you could be, I mean, you could be a medium. One of you could be a medium, and maybe you hear a lot of voices, or you could be very sensitive to sounds. Ambient noises could be like irritating to you. I mean, I don't know anyone who's not irritated by certain sounds, but like, you know, people chewing, certain, but you could just be maybe more sensitive than others around you. Like maybe other people aren't fazed by the stuff that you're fazed by, but I feel like that's because you're hypersensitive, and not like you're too sensitive. You're just a hypersensitive. You're an empath. You are somebody who is here to see, take note of everything that's wrong in the system, and then break the cycles where you can, and heal the wounds where you can. And so maybe that's the work that's being done with this feminine here, with this Six of Wands. See, because it's like the butterfly. This is somebody who, and it's also like moth to a flame. So this is like a calling. Somebody could be calling you, or this masculine could be calling this feminine. But it's, when you think about the moths attract their mates through pheromones. I feel like you're going to be drawn to this person, and there is a distance between you. Could be a couple miles, could be states, could be a country, you know, could be oceans. But yeah, it's like Bram Stoker's, I have crossed oceans of time to find you. I'll leave the accents to Gary Oldman. But that was like, yeah, I feel like this King of Pentacles, because I keep wanting to put this King of Pentacles over here in the feminine. It's like this King of Pentacles is, they're coming. And maybe they have a Leo placement, or if they're not a Leo sun sign, they could have a Leo placement. But I see like they have this crown and the big sun back here. They're looking like Jesus. At least white Jesus, you know, Jesus. Maybe one or both of you grew up in like a religious upbringing, or there was some sort of influence with Jesus. Jesus Christ, maybe the letters JC, again with the worldwide web, and I was getting W's again, the Wheel of Fortune, the world, whatever I said earlier, the double W that I said, it's almost like, what would Jesus do? There's something with the W's, what would, asking why, maybe a lot of questions. Maybe this person is, and that was that Page of Swords I was getting. This person could be, this masculine could be watching this feminine and asking a lot of questions. Maybe they're not asking them directly to the feminine yet. If they're in the Page of Swords, they could just be gathering information. Seven of Cups. Okay, the Seven of Cups is clarifying the Seven of Cups. I feel like there is concern about, but this Seven of Cups is very clear, and they're all in the upright. So these are valuable, valid, viable is the word I think I was looking for. Could be a child involved. You could be, I mean, you could be building a family with this person, which is pretty likely with your twin flame or your divine counterpart, whether that be a biological child or if it's the community, or maybe you're going to be working with children. Very specific, but yeah, this feminine could be a teacher, like with the art here, and this Six of Wands, and there's sort of all these little wands, like, look at what I made, look at what I made. And they kind of look like hands that are covered in clay. They could be an art teacher. Right? Or an artist. But, and maybe whatever they do, maybe they do tutorials or something online. But this masculine is looking at this feminine and they see like they have a lot to offer. There are so many opportunities here. Seven of Cups is about opportunities. In love, in passion, in emotion, things that are like feelings based. So they see that this feminine is, what is, I'm trying to see what these little pictures are. Yeah, maybe like a pottery, clay, something with clay, pottery. Ghost. Patrick Swayze was a Leo. Oh, and I've looked it up before. Demi Moore. I can't remember what she is as her zodiac sign. But there's like maybe ditto. I also had the line from Ghost said by Whoopi Goldberg. Well, it's not from Ghost, spoiler alert, but I kept thinking, like, does she say that in Ghost? Where does she say that? But it's, I am in a nightmare. This is my nightmare. Get me out of this. So, if you know what that's from, leave it in the comments. But it was rolling around and I kept trying to picture her in Ghost saying it, and she doesn't say it in Ghost. So there, we can roll that one out. But then I was like, oh duh, that's what it's from. And so yeah, maybe that factors into it somehow. But it's like, get me out of here. This is my nightmare. Again with that, I was calling this the Six of Wands a seven. Monica, seven. Maybe you have black hair. This feminine has black hair, because with Demi Moore and Courtney Cox, again, an alliteration, like repeating letters, J, C, W. These letters might mean something to you because I'm getting them in repetition. But it's like, you know, seven. So something with seven. Again, could be dealing with a Cancer. Or you could be dealing with a Leo. That's a July Leo. Or maybe you were born on the 7th, right? Maybe you're a life path 7. So those are some letters, and that's the number that I'm getting. That could be a sign, synchronicity, clarification, confirmation for you. But I was calling this 6. Could be dealing with the Capricorn, could have dealt with the Capricorn. I was calling this 6. Could be like the 7th house. Check your 7th house. You could have Capricorn placements or something like that. The 6 of Wands, I was calling the 6 of Swords, which is like the rescue. And it's like, this is my nightmare. Get me out of here. I feel like this feminine doesn't want all these options. If they are online dating, or if they are online, they could be getting a lot of DMs, they could be getting a lot of attention, but whatever they're getting, they don't want. They want their divine masculine. They want their pentacles. There's King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and then to clarify the World here, which is also Earth energy, Page of Pentacles again. They want their offer. So that 8 of Swords could be a little bit of anxiety that the masculine is feeling, because the feminine is sort of like, get me out of here. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for my Wheel of Fortune. And so, like, I've done the work. I've ended whatever I was giving my energy to that was not healthy, that was a shadow form. You know, I've done that work. And here I am, like, I'm confirming the 7 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Like, I don't want these 7 cups. I have 7 of Cups here. Could be water sign, could be a Queen of Cups. This is somebody who has a lot of love to give, and they're ready. Also, moths are kind of the Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill, maybe B, Billy, Conjuring 2. the Sea. The 2 is like the Lovers, the Gemini. But this gives me, moths are not typically looked at as being, everyone's like butterflies, but I get more of like a moth. This person is maybe a night owl. Owls are the Native American zodiac for Sagittarius. So you could have a Sagittarius placement or be dealing with one. But this is, Sagittarius is somebody who is curious about a lot of things. They have a very active energy. This is someone who, but Sagittariuses are usually quite attractive. So there's like a moth to a flame, a lot of moons here. I mean, this deck has a lot of moons in it, but there's like moons on these flames. So maybe if you have a fire moon sign, or this feminine does. But it's like this, what's that song? I want to say, is it Randy Kershaw? It might not be, but it's like throwback music as well. So maybe you're like an 80s baby or something. But it's, she don't know she's beautiful. She don't know she's beautiful. Never crossed the mind. Like, I feel like there's something kind of humble and very genuine about this feminine. They are a moth. Moths are pollinators. They pollinate at night. They're constantly doing the work at night. So this person could be a night owl. They could be on the night shift. They could just be someone who is very in that night mood. Night moves. A lot of music. Music is going to be big between you two. I feel like you're going to share a lot of music. And you're going to have similar music taste. I think you'll introduce each other to some new music, but I think that you have music taste that's very similar. But it's like they don't know how powerful they are necessarily. I mean, there's self-recognition here. So it's like they know how to do things in their own world. They know that they're powerful in their own space. In whatever they do, they're very good at it. But I feel like it's sort of secretive, or it's something linked in with the intuition. Again, if they're like a school teacher, maybe they're like, they have that, like, they have a lot of fire underneath that cardigan. You know what I mean? Like, lady in the sheets, freak, or lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. I feel like this person is very malleable, and I'm getting that with the clay again. This person is like a shapeshifter, and they kind of do things in secret, but it doesn't feel manipulative or anything like that. It's just like, and they could be like an actor, right, or something where they're doing things in front of others, and so they have confidence in that. But there's something about this person that's so interesting to me, and I feel like the masculine's really interested in this feminine as well, because for this same reason, because it's like there's this unbridled sort of passionate wild horse energy underneath this, whatever, like very sweet, very feminine, exterior, that it's like a very gentle, very peaceful, humble. There's like a humility here, because the Six of Swords with Leo and all this Leo energy, like Leo's shadow aspect can be egocentric, right? Very me focused. But this feminine looks surprised by all the attention that they get. So it's like they're just doing what they're doing. They believe in what they're doing. It is like a calling. It's something that they do just because it's like in their nature. An artist will tell you this. You don't really have a choice but to create art. It's not like, like technical musicians or artists or whatever, like AI artists or whatever the fuck that means. If you're an AI artist, sorry, not sorry. like this person is doing something with their hands. They're doing something very old school, and it's very humble. But it's so nourishing as well. And but they have like a wild side to them, and it doesn't feel toxic. It just feels like there's so much passion in this person for whatever they're doing, and kind of in everything that they do. This person's like good at a lot of different things. With that shapeshifter and with the acting thing, like, yeah, they could be an actor. With the empaths, actors are typically empathic, right? Or narcissistic. It could go one way or the other. But it's, you're inhabiting other people. You're feeling their energies. This person could be like doing work with energy, healing. You know, like if you're, it doesn't necessarily mean like fire and passion, like they're a freak in the sheets. I feel like you guys are going to have some very passionate lovemaking, but it's not about that. It's just that they have so much passion. So maybe they're very quiet up front. They're like the moth. They kind of do their work at night or in the shadows, and they don't show off about it. They're not like showy. But that doesn't mean that they are insecure, and that doesn't mean that they are necessarily shy. They could be shy, but I feel like it's more they're just humble. They just do things that they do, and they do what they do. Wow, that's a lot of energy. This masculine is like, this Page of Pentacles, they see this Nine of Pentacles. And see, like this Nine of Pentacles, this feminine is sort of, they're just in their own world. They're sort of doing what they do. Now this is like, I mean, it's earth and fixed energy. But with that Pisces, like the hangman doing their own thing, I feel like whatever trials or tribulations or trauma or whatever, again, the letter T, you know, whatever they've been through, fed into, like they fixed it. This person is resourceful. This feminine is very resourceful, and they have fixed it and turned it into, you know, oh, you took my time? Well, now you, thank you. You taught me I need to actually take my time, because that's why we are attracted to other people. We're attracted to connections because it's a shadow that we need to work through. It's a place where we are overgiving. It's a place where we are imbalanced in our how we give energy to others. Or you can love somebody unconditionally, but you don't have to care for them. You don't have to give them, you don't have to do for them. You don't have to give somebody energy to love them unconditionally. Actually, it's easier to love unconditionally when you're not giving energy to somebody. Like when you disconnect from a connection, it's so much easier to just send them love and light. It's like when somebody passes away, all the bullshit and toxicity that they were in life, everyone's like, oh, they were such a nice person, they were such a good person, honest and true and loyal and all this stuff. And it's like, there's someone sitting in the back of that memorial service that's like, not really. They were actually quite manipulative. They cheated on my mom or whatever. It's like, maybe this feminine, maybe both of you had like toxic parents. Because I do feel like both of you are very observant, introspective, and also people watchers. Let's see. King of Wands. Yeah, there's a fire in this. Oh, I didn't even say the Three of Wands here is someone who's waiting and planning. They're waiting for their next step. So I feel like, yeah, get me out of here. This is my nightmare. And this King of Wands goes after what he wants ruthlessly, relentlessly. The letter R. What's going on here, Queen of Swords? Queen of Swords in the feminine to confirm the King of Wands. feminine, like maybe, well, the King of Wands comes with a lot of passion. And just because this feminine has all that passion underneath their cardigan or whatever, underneath their art smock, you know, it's like someone who's like a baker or somebody who is a chef, like they do. And Monica from Friends is a chef. So I'm getting someone who's like Demi Moore, Courtney Cox, like dark-haired female or feminine. Take it how you take it. But they could be like a chef or something, and there's a lot of passion that goes into cooking. But if they do it in a humble way, like maybe they have a small, with this entrepreneur, maybe they have like a small cooking channel or space that they do their work from. It's very humble. And so this Queen of Swords could be this feminine, like, oh yeah, I wanted to be rescued. I don't, because remember how I said that there was a Two of Swords. With that Eight of Swords is anxiety. So to come into the Six of Swords, which would meet this Six of Wands, to rescue this feminine, to come in and like get them out of whatever situation, to come together, to collaborate, whatever this offer is that this Page of Pentacles is coming in with. And they've got two of them. And see, here's that unbridled kind of, okay, this is weird, but it's a horse riding a horse. That's really weird. I don't. It's like BoJack Horseman. That's a good show if you haven't seen it. I get this Queen of Swords. She don't know she's beautiful. She doesn't really know if she's worthy of it. But she's holding up two swords. The traditional Queen of Swords has one sword. This one has two, meaning there's a little bit of fear here. There's a veil. It's like she's dressed for the wedding. She's got the veil on, but there's a tear in her eye. Also, one solitary tear. Cherie Austin. So maybe something with country music. Maybe you were raised on country music. Because I am getting this kind of like nostalgic. Ooh, I felt it. It went down the wrong tube, so I had a little cough attack. But I paused it at 42:34, which is like it's not truly what is that, a palindrome, where it's the same both ways, but it's like either way you look at it, there's the 4 at both ends, and you either count down to 4, count up to 4, or it's like 4, 4, 3, 2, or it's 2, 3, 4, right? But there's like the 4 is the sandwich, which is the 4 of Wands, which I feel like this feminine wants over here. With this 3 of Wands, they're waiting for that Ace of Wands, and they're getting the King of Wands, and they're kind of like, oh shit, everything I asked for is right here. But there's a little bit of fear. They're all dressed for the wedding, and with that horse, it's like the runaway bride. Scorpio energy. Well, Richard Gere is a Virgo, and you could be dealing with a Scorpio. I almost said Sandra Bullock. Julia Roberts is a Scorpio. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, this King of Wands is not going to stop. And I think that that's going to maybe make this feminine uncomfortable, but in the best way. Because it's like, I see you. And you are everything that I've ever wanted. And I'm just gonna keep bringing. I have a solid offer here. I'm gonna bring it back. Remix. It's like Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So they may feel with this King of Pentacles, they're really a King of Pentacles, but it's like they come in with the King of Wands, and I think that that sort of could be some sort of with this a Scorpio energy. There could be something with like the sexual sacral chakra. Something like maybe this feminine hasn't been with anybody in a long time. And so, and if they are Virgo, the virgin, they might not be a virgin, but they could kind of feel like one all over again, because maybe it's been a long time since they've been with anybody, physically or emotionally, intellectually, all of that. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. Six of Wands again. I don't think that this person recognizes their own beauty, their own glory. It looks like Gladiator, Aries, Russell Crowe is an Aries, which is why I say Aries. So there could be an Aries involved with this Six of Wands, with this self-recognition. Maybe they dealt with an Aries, maybe they dealt with someone, or Aries is also like the entrepreneur, it's the fool, it's the ability to take that leap of faith. So there's some sort of fear, could have an Aries placement, but there's some sort of fear, like there's moons and suns all out at the same time in that sky. It's like whatever light is reflected back to them, I don't think that they believe it. See, this is a Six of Wands, but they have, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that a 10th? And there's that 10 of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe that is genuine surprise on that person's face. Because there's the devil orchestrating this. They're like the maestro, il maestro. They are the conductor of this Wheel of Fortune here. There's a little bit of like devil in the ear with that whisper of hearing voices. There's some sort of something with Capricorn, something with Aries, some sort of devilish thing that is stopping this person, this feminine, from feeling like they are all these things that the masculine sees them as. It's like this masculine saying, I was going to say, Queen of Pentacles, clarify the masculine. They know that you're their person. I feel like I'm talking to the feminine now. This masculine, because the masculine feels very sure. So there doesn't really seem to be any advice for the masculine. It's like they know what they know and they're coming in. The feminine feels like they have the blockages. This person sees you as the Queen of Pentacles. You are their perfect match. And with that Aries energy, that Emperor energy, this person's willing to make a fool of themselves. They are the Emperor, and that's unusual for an Emperor. An Emperor is not willing to typically make a fool of themselves. They usually don't pursue anybody or make an offer unless they know for sure that it's going to be reciprocated, that it's going to be accepted. Because an Emperor can be, there's a little bit of confidence bordering on arrogance with the Emperor sometimes, where, so you could be dealing with an Aries or a Capricorn. That's the Emperor, but I feel like if that's the challenge and you don't feel worthy of that as the feminine, you may have dealt with a toxic Aries or a toxic Capricorn, somebody in that Saturn energy, somebody that was a false boss, that was actually manipulative, that abused that power, that was very arrogant in a manipulative way. Not because they had any skills or knowledge or foundation to back it up. They were just arrogant for no damn reason. They were just like a petty narcissist. So yeah, this masculine, they know what's up. They see you. They see you. Feminines, you gotta get okay with being seen. I mean, you don't have to, free will. Yeah, there's that Two of Swords. There's a decision here about the way that this feminine thinks and whether or not they're going to, because look, they're fighting against themselves. Their shadow and their light side are intertwined and fighting against themselves. And there it is. Four of Wands. This is the divine union. This person wants to marry you. It's like, oh, what is that? I feel like I just watched something recently where he's like, marry me, and she says no. Oh, Michael. Spoiler alert. That's Aquarius. William Hurt, another W. And I always forget her name. She's in 4 Weddings and a Funeral. 4 Weddings. It's like you guys keep running into each other, or this masculine's going to make sure that you keep coming back together. And maybe that's been kind of like your journey as twin flames throughout eons, I feel like, through lifetimes. So however you view lifetimes, whether you guys have, like, this person is going to put themselves, they're not chasing you, they're pursuing you. They're not going to chase you if you're running away. They're not, if you're a runaway bride, they're like, whatever, you're going to have to come back to me. And I know that there's a faith here in taking things slowly, but there's an adamancy, there's a determination. Fixed energy and earth energy is determination. It's dedication. It's the discipline that it takes. Letter D. Oh, this is good. I want to know where this goes. Tell me about this 2 of Swords. 8 of Wands. This is like a movie. This is like a movie. It's like, you know, like they keep asking until you accept. And so, like, and that is probably very triggering to this feminine, because the feminine feels like they have dealt with a lot of manipulative, narcissistic takers that they overgave to, and really, like, broke down their self-worth. Whispered lies, you know, and were very controlling. And so it's like, for someone to be pursuing them like this, there's a question with the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is, lay down, please, my little dear. Oh, thank you, baby. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is a new path. Charlie, lay down. Thank you. It's the same spot. It's not changing. This is change. 8 of Wands. Excuse me, Virgo. Got a dog parent or whatever here. It's cold out there, and so, like, the space heater's in here, and so I like them to be in here, but, you know, it's also like, I miss carpets. A lot of people hate carpets. I like carpet because I have had a lot of dogs. And ticky, ticky, ticky. 8 of Wands is, it's a balancing, it's a forward motion, it's going in a new direction. This, I feel like this is like an unexpected pursuit. 8 of Wands with the 6 of Wands. 6, 6, 12. 4 of Wands is between those. And then between the 6 and the 8 is a 2 of Wands. So this is, 3 of Wands is planning. But it either has to come into a 2 of Wands so that you make a decision, one path or the other. 8 of Wands is a new path, choosing a new path. I'm going to do things differently. I'm releasing this 10 of Wands. I'm releasing this way of, like, doing things how other people wanted to do them, allowing myself to be controlled, allowing people to tell me my worth, my value, dictate my passions. Oh my gosh. Is it just me, or is that, like, irritating the shit out of me? Yeah. People are like, oh, what kind of vegan are you? The kind of vegan that will just right on top of a head of a dog. There's a Nine of Pentacles again. There's a lot of Nine of Pentacles, a lot of repeats, this masculine energy. 9 is 18, which returns to 9. It's like, no matter which way they're gonna go down whatever path you choose, feminines. This person is like willing to follow your lead. And whatever you need, they are willing to provide that. Because they know that you two have been down the same path. You've been through this before, and no matter which way you look at it, it always equals 9. 9 plus 9 equals 18 equals 9. It's like it keeps coming back. It's a full circle. A fool. So it could be an Aries, and maybe that's a thing. Maybe this masculine has a similar or same sign or energy or name or something to toxic people that they've dealt with in the past. So it could be like, oh, is this going to be the same cycle? It's not. This person's different. This person is grounded. They're coming in with fixed earth energy. This is a King of Pentacles. This is a solid offer. And then we got the Hermit. The Tower. The Three of Swords. Well, fuck. Where are we at? Okay, behind the Tower is the Emperor. This Tower, this unexpected offer from this masculine is going to be a Tower moment for the feminine. It's going to be like the greatest challenge to their ego, because that's what the Tower does. Thank you, my dear. I had to shoo her away. There's a very frazzled energy here. This Tower is going to be like, I can't deal with this. And then the Three of Swords with the masculine. But the Six of Cups, and then that Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles behind it. It's like, maybe you came together, and this, I feel like maybe they're going to come in 4 times. They could be like, let's meet for coffee, and this feminine is like, cancels or ghosts them with this Hermit here. Ace of Swords. Somebody's coming out of hermit mode though with communication. This masculine is going to take these swords out of their heart and be like, I know you're my fucking person. So here's my offer. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. This is somebody whose swords are fast and pentacles are slow. This person is coming in very balanced, very direct, and they're going to say, listen here, feminine. I've had about enough of this bullshit. All right? I can't tell you that you're worthy. I can't make you feel like you're beautiful. This is what I have to offer. You either want it or you don't. And this feels like your last chance. So I feel like you come together, and this masculine has been rejected multiple times by this feminine. But I think that they, and this is the tricky place of like the runner-chaser dynamic of a twin flame union and the Hollywood version of it. And I recently was asked if it's a cult. There is actually a cult like about twin flames. Who knew? But the truth of twin flame journeys is that you come together and you see in the other, you see their potential, you believe in their potential. They have to do the work. The Hermit does the work. They have to do the work to heal that ego wound themselves. Right? And so maybe the feminine is doing that work, and they are coming in to pull with the Ace of Swords, like King Arthur. They're going to pull these swords out of this masculine's heart, like, like Runaway Bride. It's like you run away from, she runs away from, I think, 3 weddings. Yeah, you're running away from the thing that you know has already happened. Because we got the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Six of Pentacles is like, okay, finally, like, yes, I'll accept your offer if it still stands. Yeah, I feel like this masculine is going back into their Eight of Pentacles. They've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups over here. So it's like there has to be a completely new energy. Who's going to bring it in? Dun, dun, dun. We don't know. Could be the masculine coming in for like a last ditch effort and saying, look, this is what I want. This is what I believe to be true. If you believe it, right? So there could have been quite a bit of time between you two. With all the Pentacles, it feels like it's been a long, arduous journey together. Whether that's in this lifetime, past lifetimes, but with the Aces coming out, it's all this version of you coming back together is brand new. You guys have done the work and you're ready to come together. So yeah, multiple marriages. Also in Michael, I think there were 3 ex-husbands. So yeah, there's something with the 3, like maybe 3 partnerships, 3 attempts. Could be with this person, or depending on what you believe about the twin flame journey, right? The masculine and feminine can work through other people to guide you to each other, right? So you may have been in 3 toxic relationships. That all, if you look back, once you meet your person, once you come together in connection with your divine counterpart, with that Wheel of Fortune. Oh, sorry, baby. I didn't see you. And they come together. It's like, oh, all of that in hindsight was actually for this. It all led us here. So a variety of stories, but regardless, it's a long, 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 long journey with the Sun and the Two of Cups at the center here. So we'll take it. So it's coming together one way or another. 9 plus 9 equals 18 equals 9. Like, it's simple math. You guys are just coming together. So feminines, if you do struggle with that, feeling worthy, feeling beautiful, feeling like self-recognition, you know, if you've been through multiple marriages, you might be like, no one would want me. I'm used up. I'm damaged goods. It hasn't worked in the past. Why would this work? Like, there's something about, you have to believe in it. You have to believe. What is that from? Jane Eyre? Tell me you believe, Jane. Say you believe, Jane. Right? And she goes and there's like, maybe something with Jane Eyre. But it does feel like this movie love where there's like conflict initially, but then, you know, you come together. So it's like maybe like a love-hate relationship initially when you first come together. Anyway, yeah. If you want to interact, support this space, everything you need to know is in the description box below. I hope there was something in here for you, Virgo. There was a lot going on in here. But it does end up good. So, for better or for worse, I do hope that something in here was confirmation for you. Yeah, until next time, I wish you well.